right. You missed Fred, but not for long because this is episode 643 of Fine Music on the appointed Monday. So we're just fine. We'll let Fred take over, as always.
Marshall Crenshaw, who's been around since for many years, he's got 11 albums out, I believe. Uh, he hasn't come out with an album in a while. This is his latest one is actually a collection of EPs and some singles he recorded for Record Day, and most of it's out of print. And he's revisited these tunes with some musicians and pumped them up or made them much better than he thought they were before. This album's called um, From Hellhole. That's the name of his studio. And he's got an incredible amount of songs on here. He does a number of covers and original tunes. He covers songs like The Spoonfuls, You Didn't Have to Be So Nice, uh, The Move, early Move song, and actually covers the Carpenters' Close to You. But he does it in such sincerity, and he's got some great orchestration and a beautiful trumpet comes in. It works really well. He pulls it off in his power pop. If you're into power pop, you'll know about Crenshaw, and you'll know that this guy's got it together. He knows how to have crunchy guitars when he needs it, and the band backs him up extremely well. He he says now these songs that he's put on this album, now they are their best selves. So he feels like this is the best he could do with these songs, and he's made them even better than ever. Uh, I would say he wraps you up in a great creative orbit, and the album works well. It holds together listen after listen. So if you're into power pop rock, you'll like this album. The other power pop singer that I've always liked is Chris Stamey. He's from the original DBs, which still record every now and again, but he's been recording for since the 80s. He has 11 albums out in his solo career, and he's recorded with big star uh, people. He's recorded with some REM people. He's been around for quite a while. And on this album, the group, the Lemon Twigs, are on this album with him. So it makes it a little extra special. And he's in an interview, he called this a love letter to 50s and 60s AM radio. And it's got a lot of styles of music. It's a great array of musicians back him up on this album. And I I like to Be Lost with You is a great number that kicks off this album. It's got a little bit of Beach Boy influence on some of the cuts. The Wild Honey Orchestra backs them up on some of these tunes. And great arrangements, great melodies that stick with you. And after a while, some of the songs will stick in your mind. And that's a sign of a good album. This is definitely power pop ballads in the big star Paul McCartney range. And great, like I said, great arrangements, great production on this album. He's singing his best. His voice is still in great shape, and the new music captures all the feel of of rock music in an era that's gone by, but he keeps it very current with these sounds. I found it delightful, and I believe you will too. Then I discovered this group, a jazz band. We're totally changing direction here. A jazz band called NORI. And I found out they have a lead singer in this band, Anik, Nika, Anina, Anikina, Akina Adderley. And she is the granddaughter of Nat Adderley, the famous jazz trumpet player, and the great niece of Cannonball Adderley. This is a great celebration of music. The lyrics and the music create a symbolic landscape of getting out of darkness, and it's every once in a while tasteful strings show up on some of the cuts. It's energetic, uplifting, very emotional, lots of positive vibes in the lyrics. She does a surprisingly great version of Neil Young's Old Man and takes it to a new direction. It has a new feel to it, brings new life to it. The whole album is full of great songs and contemporary jazz. And I believe that with the material and the lyrics of these songs, this group is going to go far. I think this is their second album, Nori. So check them out. Nori. Another jazz album is King King by Joey Waronker and his friend and fellow musician Pete Min. They're both drummers. He's a Joey is a drummer and a composer and the producer, and Pete does synthesizers and drums and a drum machine and piano on this album. It takes you into different realms, a little bit of ambient through it. Uh, they've got a guitarist on here, Jeff Parker from New York, is on here playing great guitar. And there's just layers of sound that really capture you. Kind of spacey synthesizers show up once in a while. It gets a little meditative, then all of a sudden, boom, the music hits you again, comes up. It's a great collaboration, unsettling at times, never compromising, and it's something special. So I would say pick up on this. It's definitely a new musical environment to check out. The name of the album is King King. And then uh, last but not least is Don Rosenboom. And he's got an album called Coordinates. And there's a number of songs on here with coordinates titles. And what it does is bring out where this music is traveling to. And he's a trumpet player, composer. He also plays piccolo and flugelhorn on this album. He's backed up by a great ensemble, 28 different players on this album. It took 4 years to record in Los Angeles. And it's definitely some jazz rock in here, some funk, some straight ahead jazz. And Sometimes it's just delightful the way the music shifts right away. And there's some great stuff on this album. The guitar playing brings out some music, the strings come up and just embrace the whole sound of the band, the whole ensemble. 28 players on this album, like I said. And it's a colorful album. I would wholeheartedly suggest it. I've been listening to it for a couple of weeks now.
Very intriguing, Dan Rosenboom. Yeah, I'm gonna check that one out first. All right, thank you, Fred. And we are off into the internet. Thank you. See you next week.